that center position. So if you notice, this lasso scissor, you're more effective if you are on your side. So if I want to sweep him, and this is the motion here, this is going to lift him. Does me no good. This on my side is still lifting him up that way. This laterally does me good. It's almost like think of these wall mats as soccer goals, and you want to kick the ball into that goal. Because if I'm here and I'm kicking that ball that way. I need to kick it that way so I can block with one leg and trip him basically over the bottom leg. So what I'm doing here is I need to be on my side. I'm here. Okay. So let's just talk about grips real quick. This right here, they call it cat claw or spider guard grips. You don't use your thumbs because there's no need. Because if you squeeze this has no blood flow, so it's totally useless. All it will do is wear your arms away, wear your forearms out. Even this right here is not needed if you have this. You hook it, and you're just keeping it like a pull-up. When you do pull-ups, you don't squeeze the bar. So as he pulls back, okay, it's locked in, right? This elbow is pulling back, and this one needs to be able to pull back. I don't want to do this right here. It's very weak. You can pull that elbow back real easy. That's just like a small part of your shoulder right there, deltoid or whatever. Okay? So as I'm here, this arm is pulling his elbow in, his whole arm, with my lat, my shoulder, and my hip. Okay? So I'm not doing this right here, because if I do this, watch how easy it is for him to pull that out. He'll watch how easy it is for him to pull out. He needs this. Then I get here. Okay? So as I tilt here, move my hip out just enough, open this arm here. As this leg goes through and locks, this hand locks to my leg, so I can pull him in. Okay? So as I loop this through and locked it here, I can pull him in and adjust my hips and go here. And now I'm just kicking him towards the side. See, I'm on my right side and this is arching away. And I can kick him up, over, and mount. I'm gonna do the same thing on the opposite side, minus the lasso. Sometimes they know that this arm's exposed because you got a triangle. This arm potentially is exposed for either lasso or for the spider. And then they kind of keep you centered. Sorry, here, okay? So as I'm trying to pull him this way, he kind of pulled his elbow back. That's the scissor that works. Because when you go right for that scissor sweep, as is taught at white belt level, everybody sees this coming. And it's easy to stop. So you have to have the ability to shift your hip stops away and push that arm across it. But when you get into this more centered type of open guard, like a collar or sleeve, you can hunt for that arm to put your foot in that bicep without the spider grip. See, I'm tilting here, and then I get the spider, and not spider, I get the, what do you call it, scissor sweep there. And it's really effective because they're not really expecting, because they're just trying to stop you from shifting their weight. So all you're gonna do is get to the center position here. Okay, I'm trying to pull him this way here. Yes, right here. And I pull him in. I pull him in so my hips can actually engage with his hips. So I can actually mount him like this. So I don't have to create space for him to insert the knee. That's a common problem that happens when you do sweeps, is that you push their hips so far away. And I think I've taught you guys a few times, it's been a while, that if you're getting swept, just accept that sweep and hip out and create space. so that at least you're already preparing yourself for the bottom position, not to get mounted. Because if Jean lets me just achieve my ultimate tight mount, he's in a real bad position. I'm in a great position. But if he already feels he's getting swept, all he's got to do is use these hands and just hip away. Even with me trying to keep my hips tight, as he's getting swept, he's just gonna hip away and he's gonna bring his knee in. And you'll see what happens. So as I go here, 1, 2, 3, here, he hips away right now. And he gets that knee in. So at least he's not mounted, but he's in a much better position doing my hips engaged, going to a mount and so forth. Does that make sense, guys? Yes? You need to bring your knees in because this is weak. This is strong. Because this triangular sphere, or as Shanji Rivera calls this, the diamond, okay? Everything is triangles or diamonds. Diamonds are pretty strong, okay? Here, there's no mount. This is side control. This is mount. So unless he separates my elbows from hips, this right here is your objective when you're on the bottom. Because if Jean passes my guard and gets a side control, he has to separate my elbow from knee. That's side control here. But if we would take this way here, if I think here, I gotta reconnect my elbow and knee, I think elbow, hip, knee. So now, if you look, my elbow and knee are connected and he does not have side control anymore. He'll have to continue passing the side control, but then he creates space here and then we go here. So now it's back into an open guard. If Jean gets to my side, he has to separate this elbow and knee. I don't have to let him separate it. And I can begin to work back into an open guard. But I have to make him fight for this space. Elbow, knee, shoulder, hip. This is side control. This is side control. If you force them to fight for this, they will leave hip space open and you can recover more so an open guard. If you're just gonna roll to your back, your elbow and knee will separate. And that's why it's very bad to be on your back, because what good does it do? I can't move laterally this way. All your movement on the bottom is hip shoulder movement while keeping your elbow and knee and protecting this triangular space, which is your side control. So the Jean's passing, let's say, I'm still here and I'm still blocking, whichever way he goes. He's going this way here, my feet are going through here. There's no mount, there's no side control. He passes through, okay? Still no side control. He tries to mount, try to mount. It's hard to mount with all that in the way. Yeah, you kick me right in the cup, it's fine. That's the way to look. Still no mount. His objective, if you look at it from a perspective of top, he's trying to separate my knees and elbows. So he needs to pull and try to separate them. Go ahead. I need to keep them together. Yeah. Good. See how it's still a fight, and you're making it difficult for them to get into your triangular sphere, whether it be the triangle, elbow, knee, shoulder, hip, that's one, knee, pelvis, this side, and this side here, blocking, framing, and feet. Triangle, okay? It's all triangle or diamond, okay? But getting back to that, if you look here, it's still a similar configuration. You see how the elbow and knee and hip are right here protected? See how that? Yeah. So for him to recover a side control or a half guard, he begins to turn to his side, he begins to bring his knee towards his elbow. There goes. And mount, push your head forward. Keep it down, keep it down, right there. Only reason why he was able to mount is because I'm flat and he separated the elbow from the knee. Okay? So when you're passing, you gotta think. Fold him, as I say, like a fetus, and separate, break down the triangular sphere. So the jeun's here, it begins to fold my knees together. One, okay, yes, here, and he goes back that way. Look, he's already in my triangular sphere. I mean, sure, I can go here, which is okay, but he's got access to my neck and everything here. And he's got the figure 4 seatbelt. Go ahead. He begins to now slide his right knee behind my head. Yes. Yeah, get a good grip. Yeah. And I'll tilt to your right. I'll step over. Again, see, he got right into that sphere. He tilts me this way here. Yes. Let's see what you can do with this right here. He pushes this hand down and yes, throws that right leg over the shoulder. There you go. Now he can go here and okay. But let's get that scissor sweep and then we'll roll. But sure, you got it. You can start like this. Feet on the hips. Forearm connected with the knee. Pulling here. Okay. This is what I'm doing to him. I'm separating his elbow from his thigh. Okay. As I'm here, I try to tilt him this way. When separation, eye raiser, and separation. Okay, it's all separation here. See all that? It's all separating him here. If he begins to turn, let's say on his right side, and tucks his elbow in, yeah, and right foot's flat on the mat, yes. Go there, pull it, and separate. Right there. You see that? So there is a constant fight for that, breaking down that triangular sphere and staying in that triangular sphere. Okay, guys? So try that scissor sweep. Try breaking down that triangular sphere. Keep that space. Don't do 1, 2, 3. Thank you.